5.
Plus whatever your initiative says.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. I rolled a 1.
Oh, that is. Wow. Your rogue got a 5 because he rolled a 1 again. Where's that book? I got critical fails here somewhere. So you're going to be down.
There was another homebrew rule that we used to incorporate that was a lot of fun to play with, and I want to throw this out there real quick while the opportunity has come up. We were using this homebrew where if you roll a natural 20 on your initiative, you get advantage for your first round. But if you roll a 1, you get a disadvantage for your first round. This applies to players and enemies.
I like it. We're going to do it. Not just to punish you, but no, I seriously like it. That means that you were extra ready. You're ready to go. Oh my God, you're aware of everything. Or, okay, sure, we're going to fight whatever that is. Okay. I get it. No, we good.
Like I said, this was a homebrew that we wound up starting using on our games, and it's been a lot of fun to mess around with.
Was no one that noticed that? Me too.
What did you get?
I got a 19 plus percent.
23.
23.
Okay. And what did you get?
13.
Kadun? 19?
13. Yeah, sure, 19. We'll go with that.
All right, so what you see is this big hulking plant, 3-ish looking thing, and it's got all of these like thorns sticking out of it. And you can see 3 of them start to come through the forest, trying to blend in with the trees and stuff, but they are obviously heading your direction. And you can clearly, now that you've been watching, you can clearly study and see where they're at.
Oh. Seeing that there are tree things, question. Could I reach down and grab a burning timber from the fire?
You could, yeah.
Don't forget we're in the middle of the woods.
Yes. Fire against plants. I'm not sure it works, but it makes sense. I do believe the forest is coming towards us. This may not have been a good place to camp.
So, but it's your turn. Is that all you're going to do?
I'm going to. The bow's not going to have any of the scimitars.
Scimitars can do damage. They could.
Did you?
I'm going to reach down and grab a flaming chunk of wood from the fire, like obviously non-burning end, and as a test, I'm going to throw it at one of these 3 pieces. I want to see if it's afraid of fire or not.
Okay, roll an attack.
On the 20.
Yeah.
14.
14. You hit it, and it kind of just hits it, and you see a little smolder, and it falls off, and it goes.
Well, that's not gonna work.
Which one was it? Oh, probably that 3 that's closest to you. It did take a little damage from the fire. All right, so. All right, so. I'm sure. Can you? Oh, you can't see the board, can you?
It's fine.
Okay, so we'll fix that next time. So this one is gonna come running up now that you threw something at his friend. He's just gonna come straight up to you, whichever one you are. And he's gonna attack you because it's his turn. Well, apparently he shouldn't have ran up because now he's all upset and missed. All right. So that's his turn. Kaduna, your turn.
So I unsheath my blade and travel up to the nearest one to me.
Okay, you didn't have to move.
You're right next to one.
Are they up next to me?
Tilt.
Yeah.
Can you see it at all now? Or are you still too far away?
Should be right there in the middle of
Nah,
the screen.
You're here.
I can't make any of that out.
Okay, so get the laptop and set it down.
Nah,
No. Yeah.
like I said, I can't make any of that out, even
You
with
still
it,
can?
because like it's too fuzzy and stuff. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Right.
Um, maybe next time we need to look into looking at a D20 Pro or something like that. Something that you can put a board up on.
That help?
Okay, which one's me?
Right here.
You're in the middle.
Okay.
The miniature is,
That's me.
and then that's Darren.
Okay. So I take my long sword and I swing at the one next to me. Then.
Okay. That works.
So that's 23 on the attack.
You hit.
And.
Oh, you have advantage because you guys are flanking.
23 was still the higher one. And 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And that would
Is that
end my
it?
turn.
That's it? Okay.
Yep.
So number 3 back there, don't move him. I'm just telling you which one.
Okay.
Is it picks up its arm and it slings it forward, and these needles off of it.
Oh, that's nasty.
And they're coming after you. Let's see here. 12?
That's against.
Your AC. No? Okay, so you missed. Neela's turn?
You real quick. That's with. I'm gonna sneak attack on one.
Okay, well,
Is that right?
it's not so much a sneak attack. Anything that gives you
I'm gonna
advantage to
use.
your roll. Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna use my hand crossbow. Or no. I'm gonna move up right next to it. Might as well. Not waste ammo.
okay,
Move up. Hit it with my rapier.
there you go.
Uh, 17, and
You
then
hit?
Disadvantage for first roll, or are you not using that this time round?
oh, then
He hit, but yeah, no, it's advantage, so you get to roll twice.
no disadvantage
No, you're at a, why?
because I rolled a 1.
Roll, you better roll again.
On the initiative roll, remember?
On the initiative.
Oh, that's right, you did have disadvantage, you're right.
Now,
So,
if he has advantage for being next to his teammate, but disadvantage for rolling, it would just kind of cancel each other out, would it not?
yeah, it would. So what was your first roll?
It was 17.
Okay, so you hit, you did damage, and it crumples to the ground. Because that's all it needed. All you needed to do was hit it. Because it had that little burning. Okay, so then it would be number 2's turn. It does the same thing. It slings out the needles. The only reason that one charged because you pissed it off. And it's going to sling the needles at you because the other one's kind of buried in there. That didn't hit. Okay. But that's not an automatic. That just adds to your AC, man. So yeah, you might have, let's see what you did to the last guy. Okay, so we're back up at the top. It's your, and, oh, that guy's,
Just flip them.
yeah. Just
See,
flip him
the
over.
body's still there. Well, it's not active.
And I really haven't moved much since getting up out of bed that I know of. I'm pretty sure I'm still next to my equipment.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to reach down the equipment to the hand axes I've got,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to throw them at the closest one.
Okay, you can only throw one.
I will throw one of them at the
Okay.
closest one.
Okay.
3.
So, throw it. That's gonna be, oh yeah, I've already got that down for you.
Or, yeah,
4 plus what?
I missed. Well, it's a 4 plus initiative, which is 8.
Not an initiative.
Oh,
See where your weapons is? There. See, it says to hit or something like that. Where's your hand axis? Okay. Okay. So you go to your weapon,
Yeah.
it's your hand axe, and then it'd be 4 for your attack bonus, 6. And then when you roll your D6 for damage, you add this. That's how that works.
I got a 4. 1.
Yeah, you got a 4 on the D20 plus 6 is 10. So yeah, no, you still missed. But that's how that works.
Yeah, it's dark. Looking through it all.
And that's it. The only bonus action thing you don't need. So it's one's dead. Kaduna's turn.
Okay. I'm going to move up to the next one closest to me and swing my blade at it.
Okay. So it'd be 3.
So
Yeah, just move it there. Yeah. Yep, that's good. All right, swing away.
So 25 on the attack,
You may have hit.
but only 6 on the damage.
Okay. Okay, now it's 3's turn, and seeing how you're standing there, it's just gonna try to get you. 20? Did it hit?
What was it?
20?
Yeah, that's a hit.
So when you hit it, it didn't like it, and it just reaches out and it swings like this needle claw hand at you. And it does 6 points of piercing damage.
Well, that stung a little.
Ah! Okay. So that was you, B3, and Nilo's turn again.
Mm. Well, since didn't get a chance to use it last time, new sneak attack with the hand crossbow.
Okay, you can't
Yes, it-
do a sneak attack because it knows you're there.
With the 3.
Right, it knows you're
It-
there. Okay.
I'm
You
getting-
can't do a
okay.
sneak attack because it knows you're there. Now, you
Okay.
could move up and get flanking and get advantage, and then that would allow your sneak attack damage.
I'm gonna shoot it with the crossbow.
You're just gonna shoot it with your hand crossbow?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good grief. That's
'You roll your d20 plus whatever your total bonus is. It should say hand crossbow.
and it's both of these?
No, look all the way over. It'll have a total.
Oh.
There.
13.
You hit? So now you roll the damage for the crossbow plus a d6 for your sneak attack. Or you didn't get the sneak attack. Never mind. That's how it
So damage for the crossbow is
I don't know. What's it say?
D6.
Uh-huh. And then look over to the side and I'll tell you how much you get to add.
So it's 6.
And which one's 3?
Yeah, 3.
So you hit it with the crossbow and it just kind of rips a chunk out of its throat and it crumples to the forest floor. What?
No wonder I keep her around.
Maybe. Other people.
Not me.
Okay, so now speaking of 2, it's 2's turn. It goes, it's not happy with you. You killed its buddy, so it's going to shoot at you. And 18?
That hits.
That hits. All right, and then that was the needles. You're not going to like that. 7 points of damage. Piercing damage. All right. Your turn again.
Is it going to take extra time for me to reach out and grab my bow?
No, you can reach down and grab it.
Because
You're
of
fine.
the distance between me and that's number 2 way over there. I'm probably,
Every square on there is 5 feet. Those ranges is for your bow. That's a hatchet. You said a bow.
well, yes,
The range means it is accurate up to 150 feet. Its maximum is 600. Anything between that 150 and 600 is at a disadvantage.
okay.
You are only 30 feet away.
I'm still going to shoot out with the bow because I'm,
Okay. I'm just saying,
yeah.
that's what the ranges are.
Okay.
Okay.
So, bonus is 8.
Mm-hmm.
19 plus 8, 7. All right.
You hit. Roll your damage. No, it's a D8.
Oh, D8.
Yep.
Yeah, which is
No.
Nope.
this guy?
Yep.
8 plus 12.
8 plus 12.
Or no, 8 plus 4 is 12.
Finish it. Oh, he wasn't here for that.
No.
So if you get the killing blow, you get to tell me how it happened. How did you kill it?
The arrow came flying off the bow, arced through the air, right through the center mass of the target, and it collapsed backwards into the forest floor.
Good job. Awesome. What's the first thing we do?
Experience?
XP. 50 each.
50 each.
Now, when I handed you guys out the little sticky pads, that's kind of what you want to do with those is keep track of instead of writing, erasing, and then at the end of the session, then you put the final number down. You add them all up with the final number. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Same thing for HP.
Huh?
Same thing for HP.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you can do that. You
Yeah.
still have all yours.
With as often, especially with HP, with as often as you're going to be
I mean-
writing and erasing, it's better to keep that on a side piece of paper anyway.
Do you hear him? Same thing with HP. You keep it on a side piece of paper. That's your maximum. You don't ever want to.
No, that was
Current.
erasing current.
Oh, where's your? Oh, okay. Yeah. So just keep track over there, and you're down to 3, right? Yeah. I'll check. So the good news is, you still got 4 hours to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
There's one thing I'm gonna do.
What?
I'm gonna go pick up his axe for him, his hand axe, and give it back to him,
Oh, isn't that nice?
so it doesn't get left behind.
That's nice of you.
well, first thing I was going to do is I was going to put on my armor because 3 is never, there's always going to be more. And now that I know it's not just animals.
So,
What armor do you have again?
Chainmail.
That's what I was looking up. I was looking up what the donning and doffing was.
And as soon as I put the armor on, I would thank you for the axe and go get my arrow.
so it would be about 4 o'clock in the morning. If you guys decide not to leave at dawn, this one can get another 4-hour meditation, full rest, full heal. No matter what, both of you get a short rest, you would be able to roll to get health points back.
Heavy armor requires 10 minutes to don and 5 minutes to doff.
Yep. Takes 10 minutes to put armor on, 5 minutes to take it off.
Heavy.
I'm
Yeah, heavy.
F,
It's on there underneath his armor. I wrote it down for him.
but this was, after that, I put it on because I don't know if there's more coming.
Right.
And I want to be ready. But since I just woke up and now I'm full of adrenaline, I'm going to probably just sit there.
So let me explain your armor classes to you too. Go back up.
It's on the bottom.
No. It's on the page
Yeah.
where it says armor class.
Mhm.
The 20 above is if you don't have your shield. The 22 is when you have your shield.
Okay.
And then the 14 is without it. Without any of it. But you had said that you had your shield, but then you shot your bow, so you would have had to drop your shield.
Yeah.
So it kind of,
Well,
just always remember your shield is +2.
mhm.
So if you got your shield in your hand, that 14 would be 16.
Yeah, and the bow is a 2-hand bow, so of course. it would be-
You would have had to drop the shield to pick up the bow. Yeah.
Our,
All right.
Our tanky fighter over there with his armor and shield, what's his max AC?
22.
Okay.
But he's ranged. It's just how it worked out, my dude. Because he's ranged, all the points went into dexterity, so it put a +4 into his AC right there. Then he's wearing heavy armor, chainmail, which is a 16, plus a shield.
Oh, hold up though. Hold up. His dexterity. Wait. What kind of armor is he wearing? Chainmail.
Chainmail. Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be a 16 flat. He cannot add his dexterity bonus to chainmail because it is heavy armor.
Is that how that works?
Yes. So
I didn't know that.
when you are looking at armor, you will
I
see.
don't.
So like chainmail just says 16 flat with a strength requirement of 13 to be able to even wear it.
Yeah, he's got that.
Whereas
NH
I am running around with a chain shirt, medium armor, which is
Oh, I see.
which is
We're gonna have to
13
that.
plus dexterity modifier max 2.
We're gonna have to erase your stats. So the question is will you get higher wearing leather then?
If he's got
No,
the
it'll be
plus
like-
4, most he could possibly do is studded leather, which would be the plus 12 plus 4.
Yeah, so it'd be the
Something like
same.
16.
So he might as well just wear the.
And even if he goes,
He might as well just.
if he goes with the half plate, it could be a 17 total, 15 plus 2 of his dexterity.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, but he came with either chainmail or leather. That's the problem. He didn't come with 750 gold piece half plate.
Yeah, no, you're right there. So
So
technically, he'd be able to do with either one. The leather would at least give him more mobility.
yeah, and
As he will not
he doesn't have
incur
a-
that disadvantage.
right.
But unfortunately, right now, we're already out of the camp spot, so I'm just
Yeah.
gonna have to reduce my AC because,
Yeah, because
I just
you're
know
the
better.
know how to work for what paying attention.
so that is 16,
So yeah, you're gonna be
16 or 18 if I've got.
16 and 18 if you got the children, which is still good. Because what's your AC, man?
17 with shield.
Oh.
And I'm the mage.
Yeah, but you take like wizard or something, they're gonna have like a 12. I'm
Huh?
serious. They're glass cannons. I said, but you take like a wizard, they're probably gonna have like a 12. If they're lucky. Most wizards come out of the box with a 10. Because they don't have any dexterity and they don't wear armor.
That's 16.
Oh.
Yeah.
When I'm done putting my armor, I'm going to go check the things and probably drag the one out.
Okay.
Okay, so are we finishing up our night then?
Yeah, so there's only going to be like 4 hours left. So if you want to short rest, you can. He'll be able to meditate because he's an elf. He'll be able to meditate and get full benefits.
Meditate.
Well, technically, I've been asleep since the beginning, so there are only 4 hours left. This would be normal if I were going to watch.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stay up. I'm going to clean up the battle, get those out, get my arrows back, and just be on the lookout because now I'm coming down from the adrenaline high,
Yeah, run up all the arrows.
Yeah.
having sort of
He got his arrow back.
having
That's what he said.
having a bit of battle flashback from the past.
So yeah, the rule for this is if you I forgot that on the rules. If you fire arrows or bolts, you get half back what we consider the other half damage. Seeing how you only had one is good. Dude, I just noticed the mannequin or whatever the hell it is behind your head, and I thought somebody was creeping in on you. That's not even the normal creepy clown. What is that?
Which one? That one?
Yeah.
That's my so the way they advertised it at the store, it's a Call of Duty Nazi zombie.
Okay.
It's got little
That's probably
buzzsaws.
why my heart stopped.
It's got like little buzzsaws for
That's-
hands and stuff.
That's probably why my heart stopped when I seen it. Because, flashbacks.
I don't actually recognize him from any of the Call of Duty games, but it's still kind of in that general style of.
From here and what I'm seeing, it did. It's just like my heart went thud.
Now it's the mannequin is actually still back there as well, but apparently it is up in just the right angle where you cannot make it out.
Just if you want to create a Hero Forge character and email me the STL file and print out the miniature to use on the board for you.
Okay.
And the videos.
Man,
Your last team trouble, so
I was about to say, I wish I could kind of 3D print my own characters around here. That'd be freaking handy as all get out.
Hey, I can send you one.
Looks like the die is going.
I would like use the 3D printer to like make my own walls and stuff, so that while I've got the mat laying out, I could place the walls on there and stuff, or buildings or whatever. That'd be awesome.
I have officially retired my big dice for the day because you've made it all the way up the mountain now with no other things at all.
Nice. All right. I am going to step away for just a moment. I'm going to get myself another bottle of water and something to eat real quick. I will be right back.
Everybody. Okay, well, everybody's going to take a little break, go bathroom, get drinks, whatever they got to do before we get into book.
Sounds good.
Uh-oh.
Be right back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that short rest I killed up.
Yes. Well, it's
Or
not
the
short
long
rest for you. Yeah. Yeah, you get full health on a long rest. Which is way better than it used to be. Used to be to get full health back, it had to be 24 hours down. Yep. You didn't get anything on a short rest and you only got half back on a long rest. It was rough. It was brutal.
With the PlayStation Plus ones this month, it was Call of Duty. What was it? Black Ops 4 or whatever, which is just a multiplayer one. It has the zombies. Is that one that's just? Is that one of them that's where you work together fighting zombies, or?
Yeah. But zombies is a whole different thing. It's a wave game. It's not a campaign. It's wave after wave after wave of zombies. They get harder, they get stronger, they get faster, they become more of them. They become different types.
Eventually you grow large because you zombie after zombie.
No, eventually you get your ass kicked because it's zombie after zombie.
And they're getting so strong that I hear, oh, holy crud, where do we
Yeah, open up areas to get better weapons, but when you open up more areas, that gives more places for the zombies to come from. Yeah.
Is that one that you guys did?
Oh, did I just tell you about it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you put that out there. First thought is
Try to erase my ass.
that's the most evil game of whatever that. My mind has gone blank. I feel my knowledge hole.
Chess,
No.
checkers,
Um.
Othello,
No. The one with the title.
Battleship,
The words.
Scrabble.
Yes, the world's most evil Scrabble board. No bonus.
So, if you look at your and how we're on a break. If you look at your sheet that's got feet and all of that, you do see that you have one that like you can roll like a 1d10 plus your fire level to like soak up more health kind of thing. Like you have a well of stamina that you can do that with.
Yes, you have a limited well of stamina you can draw on. On your turn, you can use your bonus action to regain hit points equal to D10 plus fighter level. Regain use after short or long rest.
Yep. Okay. So that's gonna be one of those, you're like, oh my god, it saved my ass.
Oh my God, save my ass, yes! And then the monster swings its paw and you're dead. Ah, yes, from the days of EverQuest where the colony would come along, lay of hands, and then the player could fall over dead anyways.
This isn't right. This should be 12. Right? Oh, no. Never mind. Don't. I'm gonna go eat. I'll be back. You need the bathroom, Josh. I think. Did you get it working again, Josh? Yeah.
You have a range weapon,
You have to go get it.
make sure to pick it up.
Just like Minecraft with fragments.
Yeah.
Or arrows in Minecraft.
Or you'll lose them for good.
Or your axe, if you throw that. So then you have to go get it. Unless of course you're around lava, then you just fry.
Unless it's another right axe.
Yeah.
Pickaxe.
I was gonna tell her, don't bother updating her world, her Minecraft frame. Don't worry about it until they roll out the update that increases the world height.
Oh, she's been updating for that, but when it does the full update to the 1.18, she's going to start a new one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sounded like she was going to invite me, but was thinking updating the world first. Don't bother.
Oh, she's gonna start a new one when it gets to 1.18.
Makes sense, because otherwise you got
But
these chunks
she's
that are
gonna-
wall.
she's gonna invite you, but and you can kind of get
Yeah,
how we play,
I've been,
and then because we were thinking with 18 doing a Dwarven mine build.
I like digging holes. I can help you dig holes and collect your resources. My aesthetics are not really great.
She mines. She'll do a straight.
The best thing I've ever built. Here, I just took 2 photos of it.
I'm basically a 3D printer when it comes to Minecraft.
Yes, and yeah, nothing. I sent it to parents. Back in, what's that? 113, I had friends had a world, shared world, and I first he had it on Realms, and then I offered to continue paying for it, and then we took and I created a world to start in.
Dude, you need a haircut. It's longer than mine.
Yeah, so last time I cut my hair, my brother died.
Well, meaning you.
I like my
But
hair.
this
Thank you.
This is what I created in survival as the spawn.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Something real quick. Inside the spaceship. And if you died without a bed, you spawn back up inside the spaceship. That I made in creative, but this I made in survival. Never finished it. That's my base, which is built around an iron bone farm.
Oh, that's gonna be laggy.
No, this is 113. Where you basically have the little groups of villagers with the beds on the four corners, and you spawn in the middle and you get to the center hole.
Oh,
It wasn't very fast, but I had, let's see, iron bone farm in there, I had a super smelter in there.
We're talking
I
Minecraft now, aren't we?
yep.
Created a drowned elevator so I could kill drowns to get a trident.
If you can make a drown farm, there's an increased chance they'll drop copper now.
Mm-hmm. But the way to do that is you don't start with a drown farm, you start with a zombie spawner. And you convert them. You don't get any tridents, but you get the same chance of getting copper. And you actually get them regularly instead of a normal.
I found a zombie spawner in the realm.
If you're
I walked right into it.
The only spawner farm I ever concerned myself on is skeleton farms. Great for XP, and they drop a lot of different loot.
I've done skeleton spawner and spider spawner. I saw no
Who
point
knows
in
what
that
you're
spawner.
doing?
Okay, so we're at the front of the place. Or we've made it.
Okay, so. Sorry, I'm silently celebrating right now.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
So, what?
Hello? Hey. What's that? Oh, shut. Gotta be
When you gonna paint it?
shot or it's that gonna work? If it's milky, it probably sells probably.
Thinking.
Do they? Well, I mean, it's okay because, you know,
You guys have an
one of
RP
us has.
shop there in town, right?
Huh? No, one of us has a job.
Oh.
Okay. So.
Sitting here. Plug on the.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed you were missing.
Told you I was going to get my work.
I thought that just meant.
Did that.
Okay. All right, that's fine. If we gotta have one, we gotta have one. I mean,
Got enough right. Yeah.
okay. Okay.
Anyway,
Anyway,
get back to you.
all right, thanks.
Oh, wait, did I mute them and then now it doesn't even need it?
How did I do it the last time?
You guys back?
This is what I did. I think I just reconnected it the last time. You may be able to hear me now.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, we can hear you now. Good.
Okay. So, um, yeah.
So you were celebrating what?
We were celebrating what?
I was celebrating what? Remember the crisis at the beginning of the week?
Yeah.
That is no longer a crisis. I willed and dilled and finagled, and I fixed that. It turns out that I'm more important than what they thought.
Nice.
Yes.
So that has been cured.
50 experience points to you.
Oh no, I get more than 50 for this.
She maxed out her level.
Oh yeah. I'll explain when we're not on here. All right. Are we ready?
Yes. Not really, but yes.
Okay. As you climb the mountain, rocks and debris slow your ascent. Oh, that reminds me. It became too steep and rocky for the horses.
What are we gonna do with the horses?
What are you going to do with the horses?
Well, obviously, the only option is to tie them up or let them go. I would imagine,
Without metagaming.
no, this is
I know.
what I would be doing.
Hello.
I'm
He's thinking.
Okay.
How about we
doing,
take the saddles off of them? Set the saddles down in front of them. Make sure the saddlebags are empty.
is there a fair number of trees in the area?
No, you're on a mountain. Now, if you wanted to leave them at the tree line, that would have been fine too. Really wouldn't have changed your descent rate much because this was factored into your descent.
Well, I would then,
Ascent,
Ascent.
not descent.
but before leaving the area, I would, using my hand axes and Crowley and Tower to chop down a few saplings and create a small corral where we could leave the horses.
Oh, that's a good idea. Give them a little grass to eat in the area. You guys could probably, the three of you, if you wanted to all do that, you'd probably get it done in a couple hours. Because for all intents purposes, as far as you guys know, you're gonna go up there, you're gonna be back in like a day. They'll be fine. They'll be fine in a day. Right, Michael? They'll be fine for a day. Okay. Are we still streaming?
Mm-hmm.
Is this turn from D&D to mukbang?
Why do you ask?
Just curious. Okay, so are you good with that? Everybody's gonna build a little corral for the horses, take a couple of hours, get some saplings,
Yeah, sure.
notch them together.
We can leave the horses here. I'm sure we'll be back in plenty of time to tend to them.
Take the stuff off of them, of course. Make sure, take
They're
our
comfortable.
stuff out of the
Yeah.
saddlebags. And
Oh yeah, you get all your stuff out of the saddlebags, so just in case, just in case.
Bundle our supplies we need and then start them out.
All right. So it does take you another day, pretty much, to get up the mountain. Okay. So as you climb the mountain, rocks and debris slow your ascent. Numerous tracks of different creatures ascend the hillside. The climb levels off as you get closer to the mouth of the cave. You see a man the size of a galleon lying on the ground at the cave opening. As you get closer, you see that death has taken him. Despite his obviously decomposed state, the man does not extrude odor or decay.
size of a what?
Galleon.
Very large Spanish vessel.
You are the first person who ever has known this because everybody's like,
Okay.
they've always missed that. There are no signs of struggle. Who was he? How did he die?
I will
Make an investigation check.
You're gonna make an
Investigate the body.
You're gonna investigate. Okay, roll it. It's gonna take a
10.
while. Huh?
10.
10?
Just
We definitely see a body. There's no doubt about that. And what you can see on a 10.
He may be dead.
Yeah, pretty sure he's dead. You see that he has on a chain shirt and a halberd that are very ornate. They are of a style and quality that you have never seen before. He also has a halberd laying beside him that is in the same ornate style and quality. Some of the same etchings even that you can find of like little dangly bits on his chain shirt as decorations.
They're gigantic, so.
The halberd is gargantuan and the chain shirt is huge.
So, I'm looking up at him like,
You might be
holy
dead.
We're
crud.
talking to Paul Bunyan and all those situation.
Screw that. Yeah, it's no use to me.
I'm going to look over the person who hired us in that house. Is this the type of infestation we're going to I may need to check on the.
This is kind of news to me as well.
Oh, that's great. So, if you guys start rummaging around in like the pockets and stuff, because he has pockets.
He doesn't have pockets, he has rooms.
Holy can't be freaking pocket.
Y'all could probably take the inside of the pocket and make a tent. I'm just saying. Um,
But then,
in his pockets, you find a millennium's worth of notes that are scribbled in some ancient language. The notes totaling with the paper and everything that's stuffed in his pockets is probably about 500 pounds worth of notes. Some of them have, as you look around now, you see some of them strewn into like under rocks and stuff where maybe the wind had blown them.
well, she is looking at the corpse, trying to determine the cause of death. I'm gonna look around and see if it's just him there, and it's not, he just happens to be at the opening to the cave. There might be more in the cave, other than this thing the size of a small fishing vessel.
Okay.
Because I don't know if maybe he lived in this hole, which is just kind of strange.
So you're looking into the cave.
I'm looking to see if it's just the guy there,
Okay.
or if there's more.
So when you're looking into the cave, it's dark.
I got goggles.
Oh, did you put them on? Okay.
If I can't see it,
The cave is low, shallow. Obviously dug by small, crude hands. You can see many footprints that mark the dirt, and debris litters every corner. In the back of the cave, a narrow tunnel that is very poorly lit by what sunlight might get back there. You can tell it leads deeper into the
And
cave.
I'm going to make the somewhat off comment. Well, I don't think he came from there. Although it does look like something's been moving back there. If they kill this guy, they probably don't want to mess with him. Its pockets are full of stuff that I really can't read. I think a scholar might want these. But I'm not going to, they can just come up here and read them themselves. Do you see anything? We're not going to be able to carry these ornate items.
Yeah.
Is there any jewels we might be able to pry off of them? Because treasure.
No, there's no jewels. There's the big dinner plate size, dangly jewel, ornate little things that are hanging. So
Are there any injuries on his body?
you cannot find any injuries.
Apparently he died in boredom.
Died of boredom.
Or old age?
I'm going to turn to look to the
The
gentleman.
benefactor.
Is this the cave entrance we're going in, or is it somewhere else?
No, this is supposed to be the location where we enter from.
No.
Just move on then and keep heading in.
I am somewhat disturbed by the size of this corpse. But if you say we move in, we'll move in, or I'll move in if Nilo wants to move in.
Oh yes, knowing order is always important. Order, marching order. Because if something springs up, you gotta know where everybody is. So, if you're gonna take the lead, that's awesome. You could probably take the hit.
I don't know, I think everyone's got.
I mean, not from that dead guy. I mean, that you wouldn't have been able to take. No.
That sucker could probably take
Good
us all out
Lord,
in one
I don't-
hit.
One of these, you know what? When we're in a downtime moment, I'm gonna look up what his stats would have been.
Please don't. I know you use them.
I was about to say,
All
if
right,
I'm not mistaken,
so-
he was a Titan, wasn't he?
Yes, he's a Titan.
Yeah. Yeah, those, they're pretty up there.
Up a mountain in a cave.
Yay! I don't think I was listed in my book, my dude. It isn't.
All right, he's
Extinct.
There now.
you hope.
That would
Yeah. That's not even listed in my book. I'll have to figure out how to find that.
You probably
Oh.
just have to look up Titan in the Monster Handbook.
I might have to go get my 3.5 off the shelf and look, because that was a 3.5. This is a 3.5 campaign. Okay. As you guys step into the tunnel and you're investigating, the tunnel winds into the mountain. Its ceiling some 6 foot high and 5 foot wide at its widest. About 100 foot or so, the tunnel opens into a larger room, cut from stone and built rather than dug. It's obvious something has lived here. Not that guy.
No, he crawled, he had some feet together. I've heard of it. That's what you call tiny housing.
Mm-hmm.
How dark is it there?
Oh, it's dark.
I'm going to look around for something that I can create a torch out of. And
Oh, you mean like the torches that's in your backpack?
Your Dungeoneer pack should have come with like 10 torches.
Huh?
Oh, 10 torches, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to light a torch.
You're gonna light a torch. Oh, I'm sorry, it is lit. That's my bad. Put your torch out.
I'm going to unlight it because all the lights for my promotion.
You exit the dark and, yes, dank, narrow passageway to emerge onto a worked stone floor. Looking about you, you see that you have entered a large square chamber hewn completely from stone. You notice 2 iron doors, one to your side and the other in front of you. Otherwise, there are no other features of interest in this room.
Oh, this room is boring.
And, it's boring. So, and I will let you know that you did spend all day climbing and everything.
So it's evening. Or
Yeah, it is evening.
I'm going to inspect these doors, make sure that, see if they're open or they're secure. Because if they're locked, I'm going to leave them locked.
So as you go up and you like push on the door, the edge disappears into a blackness that lies just beyond. You allow the door to open completely and watch as more and more of it is swallowed up in the barrier until only its hinges are visible. Peering cautiously into the darkness for signs of movement, you see nothing.
I'm going to see if I can close that door again.
You reach your hand in to get the door? Is that what you're saying?
If the door is opening in the darkness, I'm going to.
You push the door and it just started disappearing into the blackness. All you can see is hinges now.
Well, I'm going to grab something and stick it into the blackness
Okay.
and then pull it out again, see if it comes back.
No. It's kind of stuck there.
Okay, then I'm not. I'm going to look to the other partners for their thoughts on this.
I'm just standing there holding my head. Like, what the heck did you just do?
My thought is debris on the floor. Like, reach down and grab something.
You could
You
have.
still had a torch in your hand, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah, a torch. You could have used a torch. The torch is like all you do is like the handle. Kind of hold it down. It's just like.
Like, not again.
Good thing they didn't stick my weapons in there. That's how I lost my last knife.
Okay. So what are you gonna do? They're coming back to your expertise for your mission here.
So I'm legit confused by it myself because as many times as we've been in here, I don't remember getting things stuck in a black doorway. I don't remember that at all. So that's got me concerned that I've already forgotten that much.
No, he's out of character now.
Um,
He doesn't remember the door.
so looking up and seeing just the handle of a torch sticking out of the darkened doorway, and I'm assuming I can't see through it either, right?
No.
Yeah, so I'm a little concerned that it's more than just darkness that's looming in the doorway. Um, shall we try the other door?
There was two doors.
That might be a good idea, but I'm not touching that other one. I touched this one and this one. The other one's your turn.
I'm gonna do an investigation check without touching the door or opening it.
No link,
Just
blacklist.
Was it Ralphie from?
Yes. Except for worse. What does it taste like? You're gonna investigate without touching it, so you're just gonna look really carefully.
Yeah, see if I can see if it seems like it's the same, exact same, or
Well, you didn't really investigate the other door.
or
So from the quick glance that you got of the other door before he pushed it open, it appears to be the same type of door. It looks identical to what you remember the other door looked like before it disappeared into the blackness.
Screw it, I should do this.
How do you push it open? Because he gave it a shove to see if it was locked. I'm just saying, right?
I think that's okay.
You went and it disappeared.
I'm gonna take some string, tie it to the handle,
Oh,
and push the door open.
okay.
And
So as you push the door, the edge disappears into the blackness. The light just beyond, and you see your string going in.
I can't pull it back at all, right?
When you try to pull it, nothing happens.
Nothing happens. I just cut the string and
You could just cut the string, yeah.
and
Okay.
kind of count the.
So the little bit that you didn't touch the blackness is still just like hanging in.
Ralphie.
I'm in danger.
This is outside my realm of expertise. Maybe you can delay and
Oh,
you have to roll to check it with magic.
Let me do a knowledge arcana. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. I got a 6 total. I know nothing about it.
See if it's magic, perhaps. Oh, I'm betting it's magic. Just saying.
Um,
His roll was so bad, he knows he doesn't. Nope, I don't know anything about this. Nobody said anything about disappearing doors.
What kind of voodoo is this?
The voodoo that you do so well.
so,
My character is looking towards his character in some sort of guidance role, considering he was the one that initiated the quest.
Oh, yeah. Get that.
Other than that, I'm gonna look on the floor and see if there's any tracks other than ours going into the doors.
Oh, roll it, because it is a stone floor. Roll it.
And that would be,
be an
what would that be
investigation.
with?
Investigation.
13.
Okay, so when you get down and you're looking at the floor, you do see, like, where the dust, you can tell it has been disturbed and probably 5 feet. And it leads through the door.
Guess our targets have gone through the door.
The castle is in another princess.
I'm sorry, but your princess is in another castle. We're going home.
So
I just wanted to boot that stupid toad in the lava.
do we need to go through this blackness? Because that's the only direction I can see here.
Yeah, I'm assuming we have to go through. I'm just not sure what it is. So, who would like to try first?
I'll give it a go.
Actually, I would. I think I would. Sorry, I've got a problem with. Sometimes words disappear when I'm going to say it.
Oh, I've got
I would
that
think
happen to me
we
all the time.
volunteered during he started the quest.
They want you to go first because you know what you're doing.
Tell you what, we'll send you through
I was about to say,
with
you
a
offered to go
rope.
first.
And on the other side of the rope, you pull the rope and we'll follow you.
How wide are the doors? How wide are the doors?
Standard doors.
So it's not like we can all go through at once.
No. So now they want to tie a rope to you and send you through like Poltergeist.
Pretty much.
You never seen the movie Poltergeist? They tie a rope to the mom and send her into the light to get her daughter, and like the rope just keeps feeding and feeding and feeding, and then it just hangs there. Kind of the same thing, but dark instead of light.
That was such a good movie. The remake was but the original was,
Mm-hmm.
It still holds up even today, I think.
Family Guy episode that does that?
There's a Family Guy episode that covers everything.
And then there's a Family Guy episode that covers everything.
So,
Again,
Kanuna, are you good with this?
As they're looking at each other, I just walk through.
You just walk through. As you guys are discussing this, you just like, whatever, and just go through the blackness.
can you hear us back there?
She's gone.
You hear nothing.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So now what? Well, I hope horses are going to be fine. And I walk in after.
Okay. Disappearing with blackness.
And I'll follow behind them.
All right. Well, let's keep navigating, guys. Good job.
After we
Okay.
start discussing it, the whole conversation of who wants to go first came to mind, and I'm like, oh, I do remember this now.
But I think the last time somebody stuck their pole axe in,
And it
or
got
their
stuck
10-foot
in.
pole, it just kind
Yeah.
of, yeah. They're like, I pull it back, and then like somebody, like he's like, okay, I'm gonna hold on to it. You pull me. And it wasn't going anywhere. They
Once they go through, I try to retrieve my torch.
Yeah, you just oh, you're in a different door.
Oh.
Yeah, you'd have to go around to the
So
other side now to get it.
yeah. So
Well, can I retrieve the string?
when you guys all step through, it is dark in here.
Damn, I could have used my torch here.
This is obviously a large room. 2 iron doors, one straight ahead of you and one to the one and another to its side, are the only things that break up the unending mass of worked stone. The chill and damp air clings to your body, and you are not the only ones feeling it, judging by the cough that you hear in the darkness. Because this room is, oh shit. I don't have my notes. I forgot my notes. This room is like 120 feet one way and 120 feet back the other. I mean, you guys cannot see the end of the room because you can only see how many feet? 60 feet.
Yeah.
So you guys cannot actually see the end of the room. You just know it exists.
Instinctively, I just put my goggles on because it's dark.
Yeah.
It's easier than lighting a torch.
Yeah. You still can't see very far.
And say,
But you do hear a cough somewhere in the darkness.
This cough, would we mistake it for Nilla because she went through first? Or was it a different volume?
You all three are standing there together.
Oh, so we can see each other. It's not that.
Yeah, you can see each other.
you can't see color though.
Yeah, you can't see color.
It's just grayscale.
Yeah.
The old TVs. Um,
No, like putting on an Oculus is what I've been saying. This is how I see dark vision now, is how you see through your Oculus.
Like with
All
the
kind of like
pass-through
grainy.
mode.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
grainy and shit. You can kind of make out shapes and stuff, but
Yeah.
whatever. That's it.
dark vision. Nintendo Virtual White Notice. Any ideas?
If I had to see the world in that red and black of the Virtual Boy, I'd be done.
You know, most people said they got a headache from it. I had no problem. But then we sold it on eBay for 3 times what it was worth to someone in Germany.
So it's just a big open room. Is there any walls? Or is it just flat out big open room as far as we can see?
Huh?
As far as we can see, is it just flat or is there?
It's just black stonework, just like the room before. You can see from one side to the other, you just can't see down the hall. From one side to the other, it appears it's like 30 feet across.
I went between the two of them and asked them if they're okay. You're basic. We've just gone through a black
Everybody
morning.
okay? Okay. Kind of damp and chilly. What the hell was that called?
Yeah.
I think I'm good.
So, Kaduna's going to speak up. Did anybody else notice that we are not alone in here? Perhaps we should see who else is here with us?
Yes, I did notice that, but I was trying to keep a little low profile in case we didn't want to meet them. You remember the guy outside.
um, if the thing outside was inside and coughed, it would probably sound more like thunder, I would think.
I don't know. Haven't you heard our friend here? But
I'm gonna do a perception check, see if I can perceive anything. Yeah, I don't perceive squat.
Well, okay, then we already told you what you could see.
Oh, hearing
You heard a cough.
perhaps
movement.
one of us,
You don't hear any movement.
I look at the other two party members and say, perhaps one of us should ask, call out to this first.
no. Probably.
Alright. Kaduna will. Excuse me. Is there someone out there in the darkness?
And oh, in common,
Sure.
and you hear another language speaking, a gruff language, and then a little chuckle, and then coughing again.
Oh, we're not in Kansas anymore.
Any of you speak orc?
No,
No.
not me.
Yeah, then you don't understand what was said. You're welcome. I don't even know if it's going to help you. I know. But for a human soldier guy, I couldn't see giving you any of the better languages. Didn't kind of fit really well.
Well, he could know Elven if
He could probably start to learn Elven if you want to work with him on it. He could learn Elven. I'm gonna let you guys will be here a while. You want to sit around and tell each other stories in your foreign language and teach them, that's fine. I'll let you. But I'm pretty sure you're gonna have other things to do too.
Oh, that's. Well, I don't understand that language. Is it possibly one I've heard before?
As a
Because
soldier on
just
the
like-
battlefield, he probably would have had to
Yeah,
deal with orcs and several other races.
Well, like,
History check.
what that?
I did a history check to do, if you can recall. Yeah, hit 820 and then add your history.
as a scout.
You
would
did.
have
10.
It sounds familiar, but you can't quite place it.
19.
You're going, oh, wait.
Oh, crap.
Nilo goes, okay, you've heard this before and you know you've heard it from an orc. You don't know what they're saying, but you recognize that it's orc. Orcish.
That's orcish, you guys. Either there's full-blood orcs in here with us, or maybe half orcs.
I don't know, they know you better.
or
Just to,
someone that knows orc.
here, I got my map up now. So just to show you
So
what we're talking about,
you don't know if they're friend or foe.
L-shaped room is where you guys are.
We're in that L.
You're in the L, you're probably over here.
Okay.
The noise is coming from over here.
And you said there was a door to.
There's a door to the other side.
Well, whoever that orc is,
Well, you can't actually see that door, so this actually like, this sucks. Two doors right in front of you. No, that's my bad. They're in front of you. Like you came through this black door and they're in front of you. About,
and there's a passage off to the right.
yes, and the passage goes to the right and then disappears in the darkness. You don't know how far.
I think someone's around that corner in front of us of orcish race, and I'm not.
I'm gonna try to stealthily sneak up along the wall, take a peek around the corner.
Okay. Roll it.
20.
You got a 20? So, outside wall, inside wall. Which way are you gonna do it? The inside so you can look around.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you start down that short wall, when you get close to the end of it, you can, your dark vision starts to, open up more and more. And before you even get down that far, you see 3 orcs sitting down, kind of huddled together in the corner.
In the corner?
In the corner. Like, not this corner, but the adjacent corner. Like, where the outside worlds meet. And they're just sitting there.
Just sitting.
Mm-hmm. You can see their shapes. I'm stopping you when you see their shapes. And orcs have dark vision too, so, I mean, they probably see you. You were doing stealthy though, so maybe they don't even look. No, hang on. Nope, they don't even look. They're just looking down.
I'm kind of sickly, but I'm waiting because I saw her go into sleep mode.
You saw her going.
So I'm waiting for either things to explode or her to report.
I'm gonna.
Or to do something.
Gonna go back and let them know that there's 3 orcs.
Well, then don't tell me, tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 3 orcs sitting up there.
Where are they, around the corner or
They're up in the corner up there. They're
at the apex looking down both hallways? Oh,
yeah.
we're going to have to interact with them no matter what. They don't know if they're going to be hostile. They're probably going to be hostile.
Did
What's
they look hostilely?
Dang, I should have checked that, shouldn't I?
You should know. What were they doing?
They're seated. They're just sitting. Which,
If they had planned on attacking us, they would have not given away their position and called out in the darkness while they had the advantage, I wouldn't think.
There was always a black room.
yeah.
well, obviously they didn't come running when you called out. So
You want to try approaching peacefully and see how it goes from there? Or
Did you read your little things about how you feel and how other races feel about you? In the player's handbook?
other races?
Is that in the player's handbook? I'm not making that up, am I?
What? Oh, the way the other
It's in the
races.
player's.
Yeah, yeah, it's in there,
Uh,
but
oh, it may not be in there for.
I was about to say it might not be for his race.
Well, he's still elf at heart. He's just a subclass of elf, just like a drow.
Okay, then yeah, it would just be based off of whatever the elves probably are, for the most part.
It doesn't. So I'm assuming they just think everybody are big D&D fans and know. So the elves and the orcs have been at war for thousands of years. Yeah.
But my autumn flaw is everyone is your friend or a potential friend.
Right.
So,
Are you autumn right now?
Mhm.
Oh, you started as autumn.
yep.
You look like.
Oh. I'm right now. My hair is a very like flamey red.
Mm-mm.
Nope,
Oh, no, you're right.
autumn.
My bad.
And her skin is kind of a light to medium orange. She's wearing a studded leather armor. Just her hair's in a braid.
I'm gonna have to print you out several figures.
Yeah.
This is me right there. There we go.
Yeah, she's always changing.
You could paint her. Right. Colors. Honey,
Yeah.
let's have paintbrushes. That's all.
That would be a yes.
Yeah, my friend. And him, and him. Okay, so, just let you know. So you're just gonna try to talk to him? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're going to. Oh. I think I'm going to suggest that we approach cautiously without having weapons drawn.
Okay.
And I suggest that as an elf, I not be the one up front, knowing the history of between our races. Maybe have the human up front,
You're gonna be in the back?
more in the middle.
Pull your hood up to cover your ears.
She doesn't have a cloak.
So, you're just gonna make me in there. What are you gonna say?
Talking amongst ourselves so they know that we're coming.
Okay. Oh, hey, how was your day? Yeah, there's a big dead dude, a black hole.
That'd probably be the best.
Are you gonna get into this conversation?
Do what?
So you're gonna get into their conversation? Or are you just watching them?
I'm just more
He's
watching, really. Watching them interact off of each other and whatnot.
He's just waiting for it to go south.
my God.
You have,
I gave the DM an idea.
No, I got a chocolate burger. I wouldn't use this time, I promise.
I've
So,
got a,
Josh,
Yeah?
just like with Dying Light, there are going to be a few things here and there that I do remember. So I'm going to try to give you the opportunity to, come up with your own ideas on how to deal with it before I chime in. So there might be
Okay.
some moments where I get a little quiet.
To be fair, he has been through Region A twice. So the fact that he didn't remember the doors, I don't know.
question.
Region A
During our trip
alone.
in, when we were camping, where we only had that 1 day of actual movement, where I stated that through that I would be watching for stuff that we might take. Do I have any of that left? Did I find anything?
What were you looking for?
He's hunting for meat,
Yeah,
hunting for food.
Rations.
Oh, would he have would he have any leftover food? I think is what he's saying.
yeah. If I was going to,
If you guys put it out to dry and cured it and stuff, yeah, you probably have at least 3 more days rations of dried foods.
okay, I'm going to pull out one of those rations and offer it as a friendly gesture.
Each of you give yourself a day of rations. Those 3 consist of like dried fish and like berries or whatever.
No, not bush meat.
That's stuff you get in there.
Needle blight bark. That's what those words, needle blight. Okay, so you're gonna come out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Are you hungry?
So, trying to think of what was your character's name? Starwin?
Start.
Sorry,
Staring.
starving.
Scarin?
Staryn.
Staring like he's staring at you.
Sparin.
Yeah, and he's got no last name. If he had it, he forgot.
So upon seeing Sparin offering the orcs food, I too will bring out a day's worth of my own rations and offer it up to him.
Same here.
And I will kind of lean over as I offer the food, and I will be asking Sparin, is this a normal tradition on how you greet people?
If you don't want to get into a conflict, try not getting into a conflict first. Take it from someone who's fought in battles for people he no longer really likes.
So the orcs just kind of look at you. And the one in the middle goes, poison?
I break off a corner of the ration that I'm offering and eat it myself. Just
He looks at his companions and then holds out his hand cautiously.
I drop it in his hand. Gently, place it not like
Yeah. And he kind of just, still not sure if he wants to eat it. He kind of smells it and then just kind of holds it. And he's looking at you suspiciously. The little one leans forward, kind of sniffs, kind of goes at you. And then after it tries to growl, it starts to cough. I'm making enough. Well, I don't have to clean it.
I'm going to look towards you and ask which direction we should be traveling, because apparently we don't have to have a conflict here, but obviously we can't understand that.
So you're asking me
And
what?
I'm asking you if we continue through the doors or go around the corner.
Yeah, I
I
mean, if these guys aren't
we don't understand the orcs.
The big one that goes, understand you. The other two start to laugh.
but I mean, if there's not a whole lot we seem to be able to do with these guys, so yeah, if you guys are ready, we can go ahead and move on.
I look over to the orc and I'm certain you do understand us.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that black door that we walked through?
Can't go back.
Is there another door somewhere else that takes us back if we have to?
Don't know.
Very good, sir.
Did you just see that?
Mhm.
I did. Anyway, what?
Just see
Very,
what.
very good, sir.
Oh,
So,
anyway.
so this is your quest. Where should we go?
First of all, Kaduna's going, now that the orcs are actually speaking to us, I'm gonna ask them how long have they been down there or down here.
Days.
Hmm.
Did you come in past that giant?
They start laughing.
That is a yes.
Hmm.
Do you know what?
You know, I'm trying to read what all they know. Says the rat killed that.
So that giant was alive. You saw it alive previously, and it was killed by the rat?
Yes.
Ooh. Are there more of those giants in here?
I do not want to see the rat that would have taken down a titan.
No kidding. Do you know what is up ahead?
They all look at each other again. And they start laughing. And the big one says, you will see soon enough.
Can't go back that way, so yeah, it's kind of crap.
So the longer that you guys talk to them, the more that you're seeing like the fatigue and like maybe some bruising and injuries and stuff. And it's obvious that they are not here to guard.
What the heck?
They look more defeated.
I, You go to your real.
I'm looking at everybody. Somebody say something.
My character looks back towards Kodima.
Kaduna.
Kodima. Maybe here's I am.
That's why you write them in your notes.
Oh,
That's what I wrote in my notebook.
Whoa, what'd you do?
I was over here. I tell you what happened. Steam opened. And it updated and it
Yeah.
popped.
Tap him again, so it'll minimize that.
What happened?
Steam updated and opened up like, hi!
I'm Steam. I've been using your contacts. Here they are.
Oh, gee. Well, gee, that explains why the video's lagging if you've been downloading updates in the background.
Probably.
Ooh, that's gonna have eaten up your data bad.
That's okay, I just got a message that I get 40 hotspot now, so we're okay.
So this is your party, Kaduna. If we continue down this corridor, or turn, what say you?
Or go back to the doors that you see.
Let's go ahead and move on then.
I'm gonna real quickly ask the orcs if they know what's through the doors.
That's a good question, actually.
Do
Yes.
that's all they say.
Well,
Yes.
Yes.
will you expand on the knowledge of what's beyond the doors?
You will see soon enough.
Should we go in there armed?
The little one looks at you and goes, no.
That doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence.
Look at me.
Neela. Yes. Neela. It's opposite day.
I can look back and say, I'm not going down without a fight at least. Just kind of jokingly saying it.
Yeah.
So we've got doors on either sides of us, practically.
Well, the ones that you've seen for sure is you come through that one black door, and directly in front of you was two doors. And then you know there was another black space door. And
So-
judging by what you're seeing here and the room you came out of, you figure that's probably down the hall. That other door would have led down the hall.
So with the L shape, we came in like this,
Mhm.
and the two doors are here,
Uh-huh.
and we're thinking the other door came in like this.
Uh-huh.
They're here.
Well, since we're now at the works, glance down that corridor that we were unable to look down just to have a quick glance down that direction.
Quick glancing to do it, it's really long too. You'll have to actually walk in.
Well, we can see a little further at the corner.
When you walk enough to see the far wall, you see two doors on your left, just that look like the ones that you've seen when you come through the black door. And then on your right, you see the door coming through the blackness and a torch sticking through it.
I walk up to that torch and take my torch and put it back.
If we ever send anybody through here again, I'm just gonna get sucked in instead of standing.
And walk back to the team and say, well, I know where that other door went. I think we should stick together instead of going through multiple doors. And since you're the head of this exploration team, adventure team, I think you should pick the door that we go through.
So, let's do it like this. Starting in the northwest, doors 2, and then southeast 3 and 4. Which door do you want to go through?
Well, if we want to do this methodically, we can work from the edges and work our way around.
We can also, as I have the torch in my hand now, we can see if there's any disturbed dirt in front of the doors. Maybe there's one that's not used, ones that are, because if it's used, it could be safer than ones that are not used that might have traps behind them.
And as he says that, as a rogue, I'm speaking up and saying, we've already encountered orcs in here who have good night sight. Do you really want to light a torch that could, in a dark room, that would be like a nice big beacon?
We are in an L-shaped room with all the doors closed. It doesn't have to stay lit.
But if we go into other rooms, you
Yes.
want to make sure that you remember that.
Yes, I do. I'm thinking that it might help us determine which door to go through. Unless, of course, you have a suggestion on which door to go through, then I will follow you through it, like I just did.
Are the doors inward opening or outward opening? They open into the.
They
Does
open
it-
away from you.
Should still be
You can tell
footprints.
it's by looking at one that they will open away from you. They don't pull into you.
You pick a door. I might have an item that might help decide if we want to go through it.
Let's do it.
So he said methodically, or you want to,
Well, what was
and
it that we
Nuna
used to
wanted
always
to
do? We
start
always. I was trying to think.
left
How
to
was it that
right.
we used to do it? Yeah, I think we used to always start with the leftmost door, didn't we? As far as like the
Yeah,
room is
left to
concerned.
right.
So that'd be that first door up in the northern corner.
Sounds good.
Okay.
And yes, to help me kind of keep track of what's going on, I did go ahead and pick up the player side copy of the Region A map, so I can zoom in and kind of get an idea of what we're looking at. Because you can show them the maps when you need to. You can't really show me.
Right.
So.
I'm going to stow that one torch. So
Oh,
Let me read some of this before we go on. These are things that you can know. That way we can skip a lot of this kind of stuff, okay? If there is no description of the door, it is closed, but unlocked. That doesn't mean I'm gonna go, you see a door, it's unlocked. I'm not gonna do that either, or it's locked. That's more for me. If it's closed, and I don't say anything directly about something weird, It's probably in. It is made of wood and bound with iron. Unless it's an iron door, which is 3 inches thick. It has an HP of 90. And it has a DC of 25 to break. It opens in one direction only and has pull rings on both sides. So there's no knob, it's a ring. Allowing it to be pulled open or pulled closed. All the doors push into the rooms from the hallway or from the previous room. So basically what it's saying is, unless I say otherwise, the doors are going to push. Although heavy, it is well anchored on common hinges and can be opened by any creature, small or larger, simply by leaning on it. Any door can be pushed, but they may only be pulled by a creature able to grasp the ring. Creatures of tiny size or smaller do not have the mass to pull the door open, even if they have the strength. It is neutrally hinged and does not swing open or closed on its own. A closed door stays closed and an open door stays open unless someone or something has done something. So if you guys close the door and you come back down the hallway and the door is open, something opened the door. It has roughly a ½ inch gap between the bottom of the door and the floor, allowing for air, light, noise, and smells to escape. Most prison or vault doors are sealed completely. Stone walls are 3 feet thick, unless stated otherwise. The ceilings, for the most part, are usually about 10 feet high, but they can be as high as 50 for the most part. They range from that. And unless I say otherwise, you figure it's just all built stone. And then those doors, again, unless said otherwise. Continue.
You want to go through first, or should I go first?
I'm gonna check the door real quick for, see if there's any wires or anything on it, or string or.
Do an investigation.
10.
Oh, you're fine, nothing.
Yeah, I hope there was nothing.
What are you doing?
Put it in chairs.
Why? Is it hurting your butt? Is your butt sensitive? Who's got a sensitive booty?
That chair was not hip enough.
It was not hip enough.
So the leftmost door it is.
Okay. Yep. He didn't find any cracks.
Nothing there.
Now, as you're investigating this door, even before you open the door, you can smell that something is amiss.
As in death or bodily body odor or
Yes. Yes.
This door has a fragrance to it. Reminds me of the battlefield. So.
Gonna use my people ring.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. About 3 feet up.
About 3 feet up the door, so about midway.
hmm
Tell them what you're doing.
I'm using a people ring. It's
No, don't describe it, just tell them what you're doing. Tell them what they see.
you see me take a little ring out of my pouch.
Iron ring.
Looks like a little ring that you'd see on a bridle or something. I put it up against the door, about 3 feet up. I lean up against it and look through it like I'm looking through a peephole on a door. Probably going, what the hell is wrong with this woman? 3 feet up.
He's probably not surprised. He's probably seen you do this before. Dude, on the other hand, would be like, okay.
I just with the hand dismissively.
No, it's okay.
So, hold on. Upon seeing him holding the ring up to the door and kind of peeking through, I'm actually going to speak up. I'm going to lean over to Starn. I am terrible with names, so I will get there.
You look like you're half asleep now.
I'm going to lean up to Starn, getting real close to him, and be like, is this another one of your people's traditions, like knocking?
No, this is a way for him to. This is a way that we can check and make sure nothing's going to kill us when we go through that door. She has her tricks.
So I nod and step back over and continue watching her.
Oh, wow, we're getting lazy. I work down the hall and say, open the door and just throw her in.
Open the door.
I'm far enough away that they can't see us.
Oh. You obviously see the source of the smell. There are more than a score of bodies piled in the room. Their flesh is rotting away.
I see you have a bit of disgust.
Yeah, I thought.
You don't want to describe it?
Do I see anything worth going in there for?
They are all dressed. They all have, from what you can see, there is possibly like pouches and stuff upon them.
How big is the room?
You can't really tell how wide where you're at. At the far end, you can tell it's 30 feet wide, and it's 60 feet down. The edge of your dark vision is just right there at the wall.
So probably like that.
Does that look like a room we want to enter now? Who else got a big elephant? Ew, I don't want to touch that.
Right? What a conflict.
Probably thinking, man, if only.
Can I see what kind of, what species they are?
Do a nature check.
before. Yeah.
No, you know that you've never seen them before, ever. And you're not sure if it's because you don't recognize species or if it's just that they're that decayed.
Are there any doors going out of there?
No.
So it's just one big room.
Mhm.
I've seen that look from you before.
I still looking through. I say to them, I see a pile of bodies in there. I don't see any doors going out. I
Is there,
tell them that looks like there's pouches on the bodies, which there might be stuff in the pouches, but they're pretty decayed bodies. I really don't want to go in there.
why don't
Because of the
you
smell?
check the other doors? Because that one with what you're describing in there may not be the door we want to enter.
And can I do
Is
can I
that
do perception checks or stuff through the people?
What do you mean?
Like, tell if they're possibly undead
No,
or stuff like that?
no.
question?
You
Is
see
that
nothing moving.
Nothing moving.
You're looking through the hole and you see nothing moving.
Okay.
question? Is that people something that has a recharge time on it?
That his thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a recharge.
So that one door was the only one that you could look at.
He's got two,
I got 2 charges.
but they're damn difficult to get back. It's not a hacker.
Not at times.
Yeah.
You know, that was a kind of a way.
I take it off the door and
Once he takes it off the door or moves it around the door, it ends.
I take it off the door and back away from the door and just kind of start scrubbing my hands like
Like you have sanitizer in the future?
like I'm trying to wash my hands of.
Okay. Isn't that great, sirs?
Well, perhaps we can find a door that does not reek as much as death as this one.
So you're saying you don't want to go through the door?
There's. I asked Kaduna what does he want to do. Personally,
Kaduna's sleeping.
I see that. Maybe we should set up camp here. I think our friend has fallen asleep.
No, I just always look like this.
No, you didn't. You ate a big ass sandwich and now you're sleepy. Don't lie.
So, how to phrase?
But our rogue here has
I
currently stated as that room
yeah. I'm
is
simply going to
a
point out that I don't think I care for picking the pockets of the dead right now, personally.
the likelihood that they have anything in their pockets, while it's possible, as someone has found them there, I can imagine they may be picked over already.
yeah, probably.
I mean, who knows what kind of valuables they could have on them? But at this moment, I'm just not interested in picking the pockets of the dead right now.
Well, we know what's behind it. If we have to go back looking there, we can.
Yeah.
You know how high a class of clothes those people were wearing.
Did I notice that when I was looking through the people?
You saw clothes.
The bodies, you keep saying people, the bodies, they were common to rags. Mm-hmm.
So they wouldn't have been carrying much anyway. So let's move on to the next store and see if
Well,
we could.
That doesn't mean that they couldn't have had some pretty shiny stuff.
Do you want to pay yourself to dig through that death?
No.
Let us go on to the next door and see if we can smell anything that would keep us out. Can you check it, see if you can find any traps?
I checked the next door. I checked the next door for traps. That's investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
24.
You found a trap. So when you're looking at the trap, you realize that there is some wordings scratched into the wood. Yeah, wordings like a bell engraved into the wood. Very, very minute, tiny letter, runes, but you can see it. There. You don't like magic? Yeah.
Don't like that.
Lovely. Oh, he's just gonna love you a little bit, isn't he?
I gotta have a magical person there with me, semi-magical, to take care of the magic I need to take care of. So, have you informed us of the runes or anything?
So you use your
I-
thieves tools, and then you attempt to disable the device. So you roll another d20.
Okay.
And you use the proficiency that's on your you add whatever on your thieves tools.
Which is just your proficiency.
I think he took the double proficiency on his thieves tools if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah.
So it'd be
So-
double proficiency.
Yeah. So it'd be d20 plus 4 at this point.
I don't think that I liked him.
10. That did not go well.
So as you try to scratch the wording off of the door, and your hand accidentally touches the door, and it burns. It starts to burn your hand, and you take 2 points of fire damage. Oh wait, you get a reflex save, which on this is a dexterity save.
Dex saving throw.
Yeah, a dex saving throw.
So
D20 plus your dex saving number.
16. 22.
Oh, 1 point of fire damage. Half saves. How does that joke go? Jesus saves, everyone else takes half damage. Okay.
Or Jesus saves, everyone else takes full damage, or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, one of the.
Are you all right there?
Did it burn?
Y'all see me shaking my hand.
Did that,
You guys seen like when he's like trying to do it, his hand touched it, and you see a little puff of smoke, and you smell like burning flesh.
what kind of barbecue behind that door?
So you know it still works. That's the good news.
And bad news. Is that magically warning something?
Hey, Kaduna? Don't you have Arcana abilities?
I've got
Can you-
knowledge arcana.
Can you check with your Arcana and see what you know about this? Before I...
By the way, Noah, when you find the rings on the doors, if you find them,
It might be safer
inform
to...
the mate first. Unlike the previous times, we actually have a mage.
Just because you have a mage here doesn't mean anything when it comes to this kind of stuff. Because, I mean, typically you're rogue. And I know I'm looking at a weird angle, but that's because you're on that side of my screen, Josh. Rogue should be the one dealing with that. But I did get a 17 on my knowledge arcana. Do I know anything about the nature of this?
You know, absolutely. You recognize the rune work and the wordings for burning hand. Literally burning hand.
Like, we're not talking the spell burning hands. We're talking it literally burns
we're
your
talking
hand.
about burning hands. We're talking the spell burning hands. He just happened to touch it with his hand.
And it's hold up. It's just around the doorknob.
No,
There's no doorknob.
he
The handle.
scratched into the door, so he tried to scratch.
She.
See, this is what happens. She tried to scratch him off and touched the door.
I draw my longsword and use it to push the door open.
The door opens.
Okay. I thought about actually reaching out and touching the door, but I'm like, oh, what if it's the whole door, not just the handle? I mean,
He wasn't after that. He's seen the wording for he knew it was a magical trap. So he was trying to scratch the wording to mess it up and touch the door.
Gotcha. So it's probably the whole door. Jesus. Did Kevin McAllister set the traps in this dungeon?
You remember Kevin, right?
Kevin? I've not heard that name. Is that from the Outer Kingdoms?
Okay.
Kingdom.
So yeah, I'm gonna use my sword to open the door because, well, obviously it's a trap
I
on the door.
remember hearing of him. Some of my friends got tormented by him and I ended up in jail.
Glance through that door that he's opened in case something comes out towards us.
Did you hear me though?
What?
I said, from the kingdom of McAllister. I heard they've got a big prison there. Oh wait, maybe that was too far into an Okie joke. They have a maximum security prison in McAllister, Oklahoma, and they call it Big Mac.
Does it come with fries?
The funny thing is I think they were calling it Big Mac long before McDonald's. All right, so you open the door with your longsword. Push it open. Yeah. You see inside several piles of moldy sacks set in each of the four corners of this room. Their decaying contents fill the air with a sour smell. This is a door directly across from the one, this is the door directly across from the one you just opened, but it's the one directly across from the black door.
Well, at least there's no corpses in this one.
As he's opening the door with his sword, I'm quietly mumbling under my breath about him not getting his hand hurt.
You do see a door across the room from this one.
What do you think? This is better than the one with that he looked through, or the realm looked through?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed something. My bad. When you touch the door and burned your hand and come back and everything, you hear the orcs in the corner start to laugh.
In other words, you're probably not the first to touch the door.
No, it's just because I'm an elf.
Thanks for the help on that one, guys.
You hear more laughter. You hear it come from the darkness. We didn't know about trap.
Sure you didn't.
I yelled down the hall, that freaking hurt you.
You good head. This is how we're going to show up Josh. We're going to teach him to cuss. Okay. So that's what you see. You see these moldy sacks, the smell of the sour smell in the air, and a door directly across the room.
Obviously, we don't see any monsters in here. Do you think there's any floor traps?
The only way we can find out is to send in the rogue. Josh, I hope you know that you've picked a character that has a lot to do with the exploration, because we're going to have to send you in first a lot.
I told him, I said, when it comes to this dungeon, you are probably the most important character.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, because there's so many traps and locked doors that I'm sure they can eventually hack their way through, but how much attention are they going to draw in the process? Anyway.
You said investigation for trap detection, right?
So yeah, how are you checking? Are you just going straight across the room? Are you going all around the room? What are you doing? You have to tell me these things. How are you searching?
I'm gonna kind of scan like this, going forward, methodically going forward.
Okay. So you see no footprints or anything going across, and as you carefully, what'd you roll?
It was 6, and then is it investigation or perception?
Investigation.
So 12.
So
Yeah, look. Everyone's gonna get screwed over.
Yeah, so it'll be laugh. So as you're going across the room slowly, looking at the floor and everything, you bunk your head on the other side because you made it across.
Okay, hold up. What did he bump his head into? Because the door is straight across from the other.
Yeah, the door. So there's a door open on the other side.
There you go.
We're not. I'm sure that wasn't worded.
Very nervous. She is so determined to look for the traps that she is not looking for it, I am sure.
was all the road that didn't know someone was.
So, luckily, it doesn't work. It just kind of pushes open a couple of inches and then that's.
Well, I follow the road in and I pull out my one-handed scimitar just to use the poking tool to poke at the sacks because I don't really want to touch them.
Roll a Constitution save. Where are you? Did you call him in?
Oh God, unfortunately, probably.
Roll a Constitution save.
I failed.
No,
Oh
what?
God,
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at my constitution either because I rolled a friggin' 4. So I'm pretty sure I failed.
What'd you roll?
So it's your Constitution 16.
Oh, the save. 5.
You got a 6?
Yes.
It ain't good.
Do I need to roll too, or am I far
So-
enough?
You failed too? You each? No, you're far enough away. It's only 10 feet. That's 25, so. Hang on. You each take 1 point of temporary constitution damage. You each take 1 point of temporary constitution damage.
Temporary Constitution damage.
That means our constitution drops by 1 point temporarily until we recover from it. So, like
And if it drops it,
my constitution, which was a 16, is now a 15 until it comes back up.
so did that change your modifier? That's the question.
No, it didn't change any of my stuff. 15 and 16 are both +2, so all my stuff remained the same.
Yeah, the 16 dropped to 15, you're the same too. But if it drops again, then you're going to have a different modifier because the modifier is working too.
What is it? It's
So that means you max hit point temporarily. Your constitution saves obviously are worse.
I was about to say it's like
Okay.
12, 13 is +1, 14, no.
I was
1.
there. I'm trying not to touch them.
And you're not going to touch them no more?
No, that's why I used swords, so I was.
Right, but if you disturb them sacks at all, a big old cloud of spores come out. Because, well,
They're like
they were
moldy spores.
Mm-hmm.
They start coughing or something, and
But we saw the cloud though.
Huh?
We saw the cloud of spores come out. Like we kind of got an idea of the range of it.
Yeah, it's like a 10-foot range.
So I'm actually going to like place my hand on Sparron's shoulder and like pull him back some distance. And
I'm not worried. As soon as that came out, I would have backed up too.
And tell Neela to, keep her distance. And I'm actually going to hold out my hand towards one of the bags as a kind of
Use the force, Luke.
Kinda, yeah. So I'm gonna, mage hand. So I'm going to mage hand and kind of tear the bag open and see if there's anything inside it.
Okay.
oh, that happy lion.
So on black bullets, there's spores, of course, flying all through the air again, and some contents spill out, but it looks like it's like very, very old, rotten, maybe food or something.
Ew.
And I'm going to look over at Kaduna and say, did you see the spores that came out when I barely touched it with my sword? Why did you just rip it open?
We were at a safe enough distance.
Just this distance. That's why he moved it back.
I dare say that, and I turn around and
Mage Hand can actually be used up to 30 feet, so we can keep our distance.
I turn around and see what's going on and roll my eyes and just stand there. And
Oh, do I need to explain to Chris Mage Hand?
Oh, no. But
He has not heard it.
he hasn't heard the story.
He hasn't heard the story.
Well, long story short, one of our old groups were traveling through a castle, like sneaking around trying to do something. I can't remember what the goal was now, it's been so long. But we got attacked by lions. Guard lions. So as we are all trying to make our escape, one of our mages decides to distract the lions by using Mage Hand to fondle the lion as the distraction. And this was exactly how he said it when he did it. I use Mage Hand. So that's become our new thing, Mage Hand.
It's not fire anymore. This is now Mage Hand.
And the sad part is, it worked.
except now we have a lion following him right.
Okay.
Sorry, the next lion I see, it's I can be so happy.
So, are you guys going to do anything else in this room, or what?
I would suggest we probably don't want to touch the other 3 bags in the other corner.
There's more than the one bag each. There are a bunch of little smaller bags piled, like sandbag looking piles.
Yeah, there's no sense in trying to rip them all open. They're probably all just food bags.
Yeah, we'll end up getting ourselves killed just looking through them for treasure. Especially with our luck.
All right. So you cross the room and catch up with Neela, who is over there going, "Don't touch me," because obviously Neela is a germaphobe. We've already seen that. I'm breathing. I seen what you were smoking.
Sure. Have you found any traps in that room now that you're outside that room? We've apparently set off a trap of sorts.
He's still in the room. It just opened a couple of inches.
She's still in the room. She was just staring at you guys, dumbfounded on what the heck you two were doing.
So what are we doing?
Oh, you want to check for traps on the next section?
Sure.
No, but I can't check.
You mean the door that she's already in?
Yeah. Apparently the door is a trap because your forehead isn't scored.
It's kind of red though.
Yeah, that's normal.
Her skin is orange, so I don't know if you'd be able to tell.
Except for here. Maybe a little smoky.
Charred.
Little char going on there. Are you gonna finish it? That's what you needed to decide.
It's gonna peek through how far is it?
So the 2 inches of the door that you peek through and the angle of which you would peek, do you see a wall?
Wall. Yeah.
So there
I can
is
do a perception check and see if I can hear anything.
Actually, it would be over. Yeah, you still see about 10 feet and then a wall. 10 feet. Okay, go ahead.
I'm 8.
You don't hear anything.
Area road.
The road cannot move over a 5 all day.
I think our road is defective.
Try a different die.
He's tried them all.
Well, stick with one for a minute then. Okay, so. Oh, that reminds me. Roll Constitution saves again, you two.
Oh,
19, plus whatever.
Okay, you're good.
17, I think. Wait,
You're good. There was an additional
18 actually.
aftershock, but you guys are good. Okay. You open the door.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Carefully open the door.
you see up a hallway, and you can see where it kind of veers off to the left and the right. So the hallway is about 15 feet and goes 60 feet down, 60, 70 feet down. Veers off to the left and the right. Along the walls that you can see are rotting barrels, moldy crates, and disintegrating sacks with mushrooms embedded in them. Those line the left wall, leaving a 5-foot wide passage along the right wall directly in front of the door.
And if anyone was looking, as I, for instance, saw this continued rotting stuff on the walls, I slightly rolled my eyes and. Honestly, does not look like this is be a lot of good stuff in here. We should.
Are there any doors?
Not that you can see, but you do know that this opens up to the left and the right. Like,
So
you can
it's-
see where.
Yeah.
I'd hate to ask this if you could sneak down and look around the corner.
Don't make me put you in Minecraft. Oh, if it's just the 3 of us, oh. No, we can do it.
But
If I still got the world, God, I hope I still have that world. I have the world's largest dungeon Minecraft map.
nice.
Yeah. The only thing is, it's a lot of maneuvering around stuff and, and everything. It takes a little time. But if you're having a problem visualizing it, you get in there and it's like, oh no, I get it now.
Oh, I can do this.
Okay. You start to get an understanding of why you can't shoot past this person or squeeze past this person, or whatever.
Yeah, I'm picturing the room, they were just in sort of a T-shaped
Mhm.
with stuff. And I'm asking the road to go to the intersection T-shape and peer around the corner. Hopefully not be seen, but knowing the rules.
Please be nice to me. Stealthily go
You can't walk down a 5-foot section without touching anything. Do you want to roll a DC for that?
stealthily go up.
Oh, you want to be quiet. Okay, good.
Sometimes the fans fall out.
Oh, 15. 15. Oh gosh.
You're okay.
I am bad luck for dice rolls.
I don't understand what you were stealthing about, but that's okay. Go ahead.
It's your own department.
No,
15 is actually not that bad of a dice roll.
that's fine. You're fine. So, on the left side, if you look to your left, up the hall and to your left, you see more barrels and crates and stuff. And to your right, it only goes 10 feet and then veers back again. And it looks like it's only a 5-foot passage that's veering right instead of the big 10, 15 stuff that you've seen.
So it's kind of in shape, in a way.
Yeah, so it goes up and it tees this way, but then it comes right back down.
Okay.
Like it's a 5-foot wall and then a back drop down.
It is the room we're in, no, because that one that goes back would not connect to corpse room. Should we continue? Just, if,
I'm up ahead. I'm not
yeah,
here.
I'm looking back towards,
Yeah.
Kaduna,
Yeah, we need to
if we should continue.
catch up with her.
I'm guessing she waved us forward that it was okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Non-sneaky, that would be me, and Kaduna wandered up towards her.
Yeah, you're just clank, 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 clank.
Yeah.
Or, no, not really clank, but
You see disadvantage here? Stealth.
it's not really clank because it's not
Yeah, I know it's stealth.
It's more like a
So-
rattling metal sound as those chains kind of shake across them.
Yeah, you ever hear one of those guys
or a
pushing a
big T.
shopping
Yeah.
cart full of cans?
You see the same kind of stuff to your left, to your right, it drops down that other little narrow passage
They just joined me up the
at the T, right?
passage.
Well, look like,
Which way do you think, Kaduna?
Well, we might as well check out the little passage.
You can see left, there's nothing left. It's
Nothing
just
left?
piles.
Okay.
It's just
The
all
right-
those barrels and crates, which, considering the spores and everything from just the bags, I'd hate to see what kind of spores pop out from those crates.
yeah, we might not make it back to be laughed at by the orcs. I'd say let's quietly continue down the path and around the corner, but I don't do quietly very well.
I'll keep scouting ahead.
You scout ahead and move us forward when it's clear.
Maybe I won't scout ahead.
Or maybe hold on a second while I pull up Amazon and order a new road.
7. I rolled a 1. No.
I guess while you're walking down that little narrow passageway, you see that it curves off to the left again. And you try to like lean around and look down that corner and you just kind of stumble. And like your gear and stuff clangs and makes a bunch of noise. But you see nothing around that corner, so I guess that was lucky. What you see around the corner is like, it's,
You've started with
It's
a
like
mouse.
down. And then you can see that it tees off again.
So we're standing there at the beginning of that narrow hallway passage. Watch as
I'm
she
waiting
just
for-
disappears around the corner, and then hear a loud crash, huh?
Yeah.
I peek back around the corner and wave like, I'm okay, I'm okay. Wave them forward.
I'm gonna shake my head slightly.
I look over to Sparren. This was your scout?
I don't understand it. Maybe
Nerves.
she got into something.
Trying to show you without showing you too much. So you have came up through here, down through here, tripped, and this is
You tripped and now there's a elf print in the floor. I see you're making dust snowmen again.
dust angels.
I'm used to the woods, not the freaking.
straight paths that have no obstacles. He's not used to that, or she's not used to that. Okay. So now you're gonna, after you regain your footing. Best rogue ever.
I could have rolled a better one. Remember my rolls when I did those rolls?
I'm gonna shove him forward. You just go.
I walked forward a few feet, making clang noise, looking back up. Is this stealthy enough for you? This is why it's your job.
Hearing the rattling of the chain bell.
See if you can draw anything out.
So you walk over to the intersection. It goes 10 feet to your left, and it goes 20 feet down to your right to a door.
It's safe. No problem. We've got a door here. We've got more hallway. And check the door, continue down the hallway.
Now you're going to continue down the hallway to check the door. The door's at the end of the hall.
Well, I will just continue walking up to the doorway, but not entering it.
So you're going to go and down the
Oh,
hallway.
you said doorway. There's no door in it.
What's your AC? No, actually, it probably is. As you step out into the hallway, you hear, and you see an arrow shoot past you.
I don't even look startled. I just look back at the road. I found him snapped. And I discarded it.
Okay. Which one was it that walked into the room?
Our fighter walked into the hall.
Okay. Well, the problem there is I've also been following closely behind him, so I'm probably going to step into the room as well with him.
I go,
Unfortunately,
what?
because I would have been right behind him.
You didn't
Wait.
step into the room.
I did.
What
You
your,
didn't step into the room.
what's your AC? Yeah, he stepped into the hall. You said you were going to continue?
Went around the corner and you said at the end of the hall was the doorway.
Uh-huh.
I thought we were at the door, but I.
And then you said, I'm going to continue down the hall towards the door.
Yes.
When you stepped into that hall
Oh,
is when that happened. So, I'm like, shit, I was following. So when you step into the hall, you see an arrow go by and almost hit him, and then you turn and you see an arrow go by you and almost hit you, and then it hit him.
Okay, so it missed me but hit him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's cool. Awesome. You take 1 point of acid damage. Oh, wait. No, that's right. Yeah. 1
So
point of acid.
upon seeing these arrows come flying past my head and one going past his head and one into his head, I'm dropping to the ground.
Okay.
I'm going to stop moving because obviously we're stepping on something.
Okay.
Because they're not someone over there with a bow. And I'm going to tell all the road, get over here, disarm this before we die.
So if you're gonna get over there and disarm that, I need an acrobatics check to get over Kanduna, who has laid right there in front of the doorway.
But I can't just step on him.
Did you finally roll something good?
20
Hey. So he gets
plus
over
a 4
you.
for
He
acrobatics.
doesn't step on you. But when he steps on the floor, an arrow shoots past you, flies over the guy on the floor. You're like, it missed you too.
I'm going to stay standing where I am. I'm going to lower myself below the,
The range of the arrows. So you know the arrows are coming from the short side of the hall. You can see this without a doubt.
Yeah, I've seen it in there. I've seen 3 of them.
Which is
So far, one is still embedded in my skull.
which is which is 10 feet away from where you currently are.
And I'm going to point it out to the road where they're coming from.
Yeah, they're coming from down there. I see 3 of them. One close.
And one times yes.
You knew that.
Can we pick up arrows then?
Why can't you?
The only thing I can see is they probably hit a rocky wall and broke.
Oh, actually, you don't see the arrow. You can't keep the arrow. It was a spell.
It was a spell.
It's an acid arrow, yeah. So it's not a. It's like it's a spell of acid that hits you and then. That's it. But it's still the track is that way. 10 feet from where you are.
Yeah, but there has to be a trigger,
Uh-huh.
which is probably right by his feet.
Well, actually, it's probably going to be right by his feet. Since I've already passed it and it went off in my face or head or something, and then he triggered it again behind me.
No, I'm gonna
So he's
make a
technically laying on the trigger.
check for the trigger right in the area that they are.
Okay, so you do an investigation.
That's 17.
Okay, so when you look, it appears that the whole floor is a trigger.
Do I have a way to deactivate it?
You can
With-
disable the trap.
A floor trigger?
Oh,
Oh,
no,
force
this is a
trigger?
warding thing. It's an area warding thing. You'll have to disable the entire trap.
Age, cancel magic.
Not all ninjas can cancel magic. And he's just gonna lay on the floor for a while.
Down on the floor. Hi.
I'm gonna head
Well, he's the closest one to
towards the where the arrows are coming from, keeping watch out for more triggers.
Okay,
Do I need to make a roll for that?
you're gonna go left
Where the
to the trap.
Yeah.
So the whole floor is a trigger.
whole floor.
So
Not the whole floor.
as you walk,
I'm gonna tell him to get his
Oh, he's gonna take
ass.
on the floor. Get your ass down on the floor.
I'm going to lift Mike. You know.
Okay, but it can still come through your shoulder. You gotta remember, it doesn't automatically deflect. It just gives you a better chance of not getting hurt.
And does acid damage your armor?
We
Cause-
don't play with that unless it's something that specifically says so.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is I'm not going to move because I don't want to set it off anymore, but I'm going to try to avoid getting shot by it by seeing where it's coming from. But I've got a high dexterity.
If you just lay down on the floor, it won't hit you. It flew way over him the last time.
Okay, I'm gonna get rolled down on the floor like this.
Okay. He squats down.
Yes.
So you are gonna do what now?
I'm making my way down the hall
To disable it?
to disable it.
So when you step on the next 5-foot section, it missed you. It's gonna miss them too because they're down. The next one hit you. 3 points of acid damage. Now use. Can you disable the trap?
Maybe you should have gotten down on the floor like us and crawled across. Oh no, what happened?
I think you rolled a 1.
For disabling the trap?
Oh. Yeah, I put the dice down and everything.
Yes, I rolled a 1.
Well, this has been the fastest game out.
I have not seen your courage in this hallway that you were stepping on the tiles and shooting them with them.
I know.
Oh, that's where we are.
No, I knew already. Again,
Service.
I've
Right behind you.
I've got the map up, remember, so I can see what the room looks like the shape and everything, and I'm like, oh god, I recognize that shape. Like,
Okay.
I'm not even kidding, I recognized it by its shape.
What'd you get?
1. Then with thieves' tools, that'd be 5.
Yeah.
But
So, what's your AC?
16.
It missed.
Thank you.
But it's obviously not disabled because you set it off again.
Point blank too.
Yeah, I don't know how it missed you.
If you fail, usually it's not a bad thing, but if you miss by, over 5 points, you can set off the trap.
He did set off the trap.
I know he set off the trap. That's
He
what I'm
only
explaining.
got one.
I know.
That's how he set off the last one too.
When it went off, I saw where it came from.
Yes.
Exactly where.
Exactly where it came from. It missed you by.
Okay, so I'm good.
You may actually have a little scratch, or just kind of like a little acid tiny burn from where it went like right past your face.
It dug down enough that.
Might have burned through her hair a little bit as it went through.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna try to.
Okay. You're gonna duck down and then should give you disadvantage because you can't see it as well.
Really? Hey, 22.
Oh my goodness! Congratulations, you disabled the trap.
Finally, I did something right.
So he turns around and goes, "Hey," or she. "Hey, I got it! I disabled it. You can stand up now."
Really? So,
Mark across the top of the printer. I'm feeling it up. Gently take a step forward to make sure it doesn't go off again.
Just go.
And then I'm going to continue forward to where she was.
Is?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm down the dead end hall.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don't hit too hard.
And?
I'm going to continue up there to that doorway. We're now at that.
Oh, you towards her, and she was the other way.
Oh, she's the other way?
Yeah. I thought you were going to go down that smack.
Oh, no. Okay. Not by the door now. Okay, I'm going to get to that door
Okay.
gently, but I'm not going to go through the door. Just coming up to the door, all the while looking at her.
I'm gonna meekly walk up and join them.
Are you still laying on the floor?
I was still laying on the floor for a moment. Are you guys sure it's clear?
Lay down there. I'm going to say you're trying to get it.
Just because they're willing doesn't mean they're able, okay? Great choice of party people. Maybe you'll find some better friends along the way. God, maybe I will let you have Bragdor. You may need him.
We're still a ways off from that, I do believe.
Yeah, we are. All right.
Are you okay for that, Kaduna?
Well, seeing that there's not anything shooting at us anymore, I'm going to go ahead and stand up and dust myself off and rejoin them.
Yes. Being as I'm the one that got shot in the head by it. So, do you want to check this door for traps? Or is this just an open doorway?
No, it's a shut door.
Okay. Almost like we had Nitro there. Problems at us.
I swear I'm chaotic good, not evil.
Yeah, open the door.
I'm afraid to, but I'll check the door.
Yeah, honey. I have a look on that's my track.
Is
Okay. You open the door into the room below you, and it is about 25 feet across, and you can tell it definitely goes to your right quite a bit. And when you step in, you see coils of rope, barrels with nails, and open crates with tools are lined up against the walls. Although the air is damp, there is no mold in here.
as I'm carrying through that and seeing no mold, I'm saying, thank goodness.
Other than that, it's just an empty
So,
room.
no, it's not an empty room. There's coils of rope, barrels with nails, and open crates for tools. They are all lined against the wall. Although the air is damp, there is no mold
Oh,
here.
okay. What kind of tools are in the thing?
They when you look at them, they appear to be stonemason's tools, hammers, chisels, prows, etc.
Okay. And then there's rope and what else?
Nails.
Nails. So this was some sort of carpenter's storeroom. What a heck of a trap to have set up just for the carpenter's room.
Hey, what's important is important.
Hey, it depends. For a dwarf, it might be pretty important.
Okay.
And what if the trap was coming from this room? It was meant to get anybody coming out of this room.
Yeah. Okay. I hate to be the one to say it, but we might have to. We need to make this our stopping point because I've got to start getting ready for bed and stuff for work tomorrow.
Yeah, I know. It's in the time too. It's 5:30, guys.
So this room appears to be fairly safe.
I mean, if you want to get in your room back up there, see if you can rearm that trap. You can just scurry on out later. All right, rest here. Room
Rest here.
6. Okay,
Yep.
Close the door behind us and then.
close the door behind you. Going in, no, you can't do that.
Put a bell on it.
You put a bell on it, and if it raises in, you can jump up, grab your sword, and no armor, but, you know.
Some of the crazy.
But you guys are in a mysterious dungeon. It is late, because I tried to get you to camp before you guys went through the doors, and you weren't happy with that. So,
Well, no, I went to the doors I wanted to make sure that they were secure, nothing would come out, but I didn't know that.
you damn sure know nothing's coming out of them now. Not that way. Okay. Awesome. Orcs. Couple of traps that y'all somehow survived. I don't know how. I agree with you. I'm just saying, next time, let me bring a road.
Yeah, unfortunately,
We come in handy.
we just brought a
Stage
comedic character.
So, in between everything that you guys have encountered since you've been in the dungeon, even though it was not battling, you guys got 150 XP each.
So that puts us up to 200 each.
That brings you up to 200 each.
All right.
You level 1,000. So.
Yeah.
Survive. Don't let the road convince you to take the lead. That's what happened.
No, I did that on purpose. Trying to show the rogue what happens when it lets the noisy thing.
We let the noisy fighter go first, and they get shot by acid arrows.
Hey, I only got shot by acid arrows because the mage was following me so close.
Yeah. I'm after that experience, I'm liable to start giving you some distance now. All right.
And we're